Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about very important JavaScript ES6 operator, which is called spread operator. You can do a lot more things with this operator for manipulating data that can be in the form of objects, arrays, or a simple variables. You don't need to iterate through arrays or use built-in functions that is provided by JavaScript, but with spread operator you can do a lot more things. I'll go through one by one from beginning to advanced that what you can do using the spread operator. So first of all, let's say that I have a variable 1 and I have a key and key 2. So what happens is, if you want to pass this variable to any function, or if you want to clone this particular object or an array of objects, sometimes the objects are very big. It's too small in terms of getting the data from database and use it on the front end. But if you want to copy it, let's say that var2 equals to the var1, right? And I want to log the var2 first just to let you know what happens. And I'm using the terminal. var1 is not defined. Yeah, this is var actually. Sorry guys. So this is the key 1, key 2, right? And now if I just add var2 dot key 1 equals to Umair, and now if I print var2, this key 1 is Umair, obviously, because I have changed it. Now I wanna log the var1 as well, right? So now you can see that I have logged out var2 here, this one, and I have logged out var1. In fact, I changed the key or key 1 for the variable 2 for the second object, but the thing is that here the variable 1 have been passed by reference. So if you want to clone this variable, then you need to use the clone functions built in by JavaScript, or you can use the lodash function, but it becomes very easy if you do it using spread operator. So what you can do is just close it with the curly braces and add 3 dots before var1, right? And now if I just rerun this file, you see that this is the var2. I changed the key 1 of Umair, and that this is the var1, and you can see that key 1 value is remaining the key 1 because this is not passed by reference 1. This is whole new copy of variable 1, object 1 to the variable 2, right? So you can clone this object or array of objects or any variable that is passed by reference. You can pass it out to another variable. Fine, right? So let's move forward further. So a equals to, let's say, id1, and now let's create another variable id name equals to the Umair, right? So now let's say that I want to create a var c equals to id2, right? So now what we can do is, let's say that I want to join both of these objects, right? I want to make one object that's going to be containing the ID and the name. So first of all, let's do it in a simple way. So let's say that I have logged in like A and B, right? So what happens here? I have logged A and B. Let me just comment above code so we don't get confused in the terminal. So now you can see that it has created an object and it has created child objects. So A, ID1, and B, which is name Umair, right? I don't want to keep the A and B like this. So how can I do it? Just use the spread operator before both of these objects. And now you can see that it has merged all the properties of both these objects within one object. So id1 name Umair, which is the part of object 2. So this is how you can merge both the objects, right? So now while merging the two objects, you can also append some more keys to it, right? So let's say that I add key 1 and I add Umair. This is my last name, Umair Jamil. So now you can see that it has merged both the objects, including the properties and key value pairs of both the objects A and B, and also it has merged the any key value pair that I have just added along with merging these both the things, right? So this is how you can merge both of these objects in a simple way, right? So now let's say that I have A and C, right? So let me just remove it. A and C, right? So both A and C contains the key ID. So these are conflicting things, right? So what value it's gonna keep for ID? Let's see. So now you can see that it has not merged A and C because we cannot have same key names for two objects. So it's gonna keep the last key name wherever it is found. If we are merging 10 objects and there are 5 similar keys within two objects, then it's gonna keep the last object, right? So C is the last one. Let's say that I wanna add another key with the name ID and I wanna add 3, right? So both A and C also containing the ID, and I have added by myself another ID with the 3. So let's see what happens. So now you can see ID, ID, ID. So it kept the last ID from this spread operator. So this is interesting thing. So currently this is the only one ID. If there are 10 or more than 10 or multiple key value pairs within multiple objects and all keys are same in both the objects, then it's gonna keep the last object, right? Just like C, right? So yeah, and also we can append any key after that. So now if I just do it, you can see that it has kept the last ID and the key, this one. So that was about the objects for spread operators. So now let's talk about the arrays, right? So I'm going to comment above objects and I'm gonna create few arrays. So D equals to 1, 2, 3 and var E equals to 4 and 5, right? So let's log it out now. So let's see what happens if we do D and E, right? What happens? So what it has done is it has created a two-dimensional array. It has created 2 rows and each row contains 3 columns, and this one is the 2 column for the second row, right? But we don't want to do it. I wanna include all the values into one array, right? Just like objects, I wanna add a spread operator before these 2 values. So this is how you can use the spread operator to merge all the values of 2 arrays. So just like objects, we can add further values to it. So let's say 8, 9, right? So right, so now you can see that it has merged 8 and 9 along with the other values, like merging this thing, and it has converted it into one array, right? How cool is this, guys? So this is how you can use arrays for using the spread operator. And also let's say that I am having a function. Let my function, and I have arg1, arg2, arg3, right? And I'm logging out arg1, arg2, arg3, right? So let me call this function, right? So 1, 2, 3. It's so simple. Let me just comment above code And let me run this file 1 2 3. It's just so simple, right? So let's say I have a lot of values, but I don't want to add a lot of args as a formal parameters for this function, right? So how can I get all these values after one within one formal parameter? So I can do it just like I'm gonna keep 4 5, and it's gonna give me some kind of error. I'm assuming so. 1 2 3, yeah, it has just given me 1 2 3. It has exempted this 4 5 6, yeah, no error. So I'm going to remove arg2 and arg3, and I'm going to use spread operator dot 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 values, right? So now let me log values over here. So now you can see that I have passed the 1 as it is, so it has printed 1 as it is because I'm logging out. And all other values that I passed, it is gonna detect that there are other values as well being passed to this function as a parameters, but this is a spread operator. It means that rest of the values should be converted into an array, and it should be saved within the values, even though I have not converted it into an array. It is the built-in functionality of it that it's going to return, add it into form of array, and we can use it like this, right? So how cool is this that we don't need to pass a lot of args, right? And another cool thing, let me create another function. Let me copy this one and comment it, and function, and arg1, arg2, arg3, arg4, right? And arg1 plus arg2 plus arg3 plus arg4, right? So what you will do is you will just pass the four arguments, right? Comma separated arguments for this function, like this, like 1 2 3 4, like so, right? But let's say I'm having a variable. Let me just copy this D and add the 4 variables to this D, right? So currently I'm just passing the D, right? And this is an array. This is only one argument and there are 4 arguments. So this is going to be passed as an array to this arg1. So this is only going to have this arg1. Let me run it. Okay. Yeah. Let's save it. Let me rerun. Yeah, I didn't save that file. So you can see 1 2 3 4 is being passed as an array to arg1, and arg1 have been printed as a form of array, and there are 3 undefined, means that I haven't passed arg2, arg3, arg4, right? How can I pass this array that can be converted and received for all these arguments, and whatever I want to do, I'm just adding all the parameters, right? So what I can do is I just need to add spread operator before that, right? So let's see what happens. Right, it's so cool functionality. I really like this thing. Right guys, so I have pretty much covered all the basic concepts of the spread operator, and you only need to use the spread operator for all kinds of variables. It can be a single constants, arrays, objects, and manipulating the data, adding or removing the data from the arrays or objects. So this is so cool operator. You can use it for so many operations without writing bunch of code using loops or built-in functions. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like it, make sure you subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you get the notification for upcoming videos. I'm gonna be posting more videos on JavaScript and its frameworks like Angular, React, and also the backend technologies like Node. Thank you so much for watching.